welcome back to Foot in Mouth. What a doozy of a weekend. It's been crazy. Like, aside from the actual results, more red cards, yellow cards galore.
It's going to keep happening with these new rules.
I was telling Spawns, I think this is going to be the first season where we see a whole lot of players.
Rules, new implications.
Dude, a whole lot of players are going to get suspensions through just accumulating yellow cards this season.
Is it the same rules? Or did you used to get a yellow
You were
card
never
for
allowed to
for
throw
throwing
the ball.
ball?
You were never
Were you
allowed
allowed
to. Since when were you allowed to throw the ball?
Obviously, you're not allowed
Yeah,
to. but
you were never allowed to throw it, but I think it was special circumstances where a card would be given.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think it's
now
fair to
it's
say.
just like
Now it's like any situation is a special circumstance.
they're just implicating it.
And look, at the end of the day, I agree with what's being implemented, but how it's being implemented is just making me a little nervous.
I just think these refs are doing themselves in.
They're doing it on purpose. It's literally,
Yes,
it's a spritz just because this is what the fans wanted them to do their jobs properly, so now they're doing their jobs properly.
It's not just the fans, though. They were told to do this now. This is like a new order.
Which they should have been doing. Like, it's just a matter of now it seems like it's an extreme because now they've all of a sudden decided to act on every instance of like a card needed or a foul or, you know what I mean? But yeah, look, it was crazy. We're going to give the floor to Spawns first because that Newcastle-Liverpool game.
What a game, dude. Game of the week for sure.
Yeah.
It went pretty much how you expected, Sponsy. You did win.
Yeah, I didn't expect the win while watching it. To be honest, I think the last episode I said we're probably gonna draw.
No, you said win. I said draw. You said
but
Newcastle.
I said Newcastle.
I remember saying,
And I do regret that.
I remember saying it's I'm going for a win because it's like back in the boys fight, but it's actually probably gonna be like a draw, and yeah, that was actually the best you could hope for, really going into it. Or while it was unfolding after that red card,
Dude, with 10 men.
but I think a lot of things happened, but I think the manager stepped up a bit.
Yeah,
He
bro.
left it a bit late.
He did.
After he got told to
But,
shush.
but I think he left it like that because there was only one thing we could do, and that was hanging there.
Yeah.
Newcastle they dropped the ball a bit, but we still had to hang in there. They were fucking. I mean, the crowd is up for it. We were. I couldn't believe that they. I was sitting there. I was thinking, fuck, it's gonna be like a 4.
Yeah,
this looked like it can be hectic, but they hung in there, and then like I said, the subs. I think Eddie Howe's subs also, but like taking Gordon off. And
Bad move. But Gordon was their best attacker.
Yeah.
And that Tonali dude. I think that
helped.
That fucked them over, but it helped us. We did well to keep the field narrow and shit. Down with 10 men, and I'll mention this again. Trent's mistake, the fact that he doesn't go hiding, doesn't get another yellow card.
I mean, he got the captain's armband off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I credit that. Yes, the mistake is he's costing a lot of goals, but the fact that he doesn't go hiding and he still has a very important role to play in the game is credible. It's just like if he gets
the thing is, this is 2 games in a row where it was directly his
what
fault.
I'm saying, if those mistakes get ironed out, it's almost a perfect player there.
Yes,
but yeah.
Are you willing to sit with him and let him iron out these mistakes though? Because these are bad mistakes, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's getting a bit much now.
I think he's so crucial to the team, mistakes and all. He's so crucial to the team,
the trade-off is getting a bit hectic.
I don't know, man.
But however, we made it difficult for ourselves. But to come through like that with those circumstances is a massive turnaround.
But that
for
just
the team and for like obviously for Nunez, fuck, dude. Like
he needed that
shit.
He was literally the hero.
And we've all known he's had that in him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there we just saw it.
But
this was just clinical.
This was a direct like representation of what Ethan's always going on about like the Liverpool mentality. And I feel like we've seen that. It's only 3 games into the season, and we've seen that a lot already.
It didn't look pop, bro.
But okay, let's get into it though. The red card. You agree, red card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
mean,
a red card.
Yeah. It's a goal scoring chance. If he gets through, he's 1-on-1 with the keeper.
Okay, I'm not gonna say
with Alisson's form, is anything a goal scoring chance anymore?
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not gonna go as far as to say it was a red card, but I will rather say I understand why it was a red card.
You're not complaining.
So you don't think Liverpool should appeal this one the same way they did the McAllister one?
Like he's the last defender. He does get man before
By the book.
Yeah, so by the book, I guess so. But it is a bit harsh in the circumstances.
Surprising that it's from Virgil?
I think that it's a bit unlike him to do that, but the doubt has been creeping into all the players recently.
Yes.
And especially like him and like Trent.
Yes.
They just don't look the same.
The thing is, the alternate is that Gomez guy, and Gomez was
Gomez guy.
holding on, like he was barely holding on when he came on.
He must be so unmatched
Look,
fit, bro.
I'm hearing that also a couple of times. This is like the third time I've heard that now. When I was watching, I didn't get the impression of him getting through the game or holding on. I think he, like,
no, as far as he was on for.
he did his job.
Yes,
he did what he needed to do.
But that's not going above and beyond.
But
Obviously, he did his job.
We fucking
Barely.
bro. We man down.
Yes.
We at that point we just cannot make mistakes.
But I'm
Play
saying
the ball,
if
keep
this
it
keeps
simple,
happening,
and that was
if this keeps
How
happening,
often are you going to get away with it?
how solid is Gomez? Is he actually like? Do Liverpool need to buy a defender at this point?
yes.
But they needed, honestly, they needed to buy one before.
Well, they needed midfielders before.
Well, more than defenders, yeah. But still, I think they've needed defenders.
This game showed how exposed we can be. However, to the fucking well done to the boys. They they had questions asked of them and they stepped up.
Yeah,
every single one of them. Like
and you were down to 10 men for a while to get to the winner.
Allison with the saves.
He had a mad save against Almiron when he volleyed that shit in the
saves
box.
of the season.
I know,
so
honestly,
far,
already,
you know.
bro.
Honestly,
Already.
like, and apparently that was the most saves in a Premier League game.
I can understand.
So I think he made 7. That doesn't sound that many, to be honest. But yeah, I think this can be a turnaround. Like I've taken stuff with a lot of salt before. Like maybe don't get too excited. I think this you can get excited because the team they looked good.
I'm especially excited about McAllister and Sabozlai.
Yeah, that
them
midfield.
two. What did you think of Endo? The Endo,
Again, there were points where he got sucked in a bit naive in terms of if you're gonna step in, you have to win the ball or foul the player because it exposes us heavy. Other than that, he was very solid. Look, special mention to Harvey Elliott coming on.
Yes, he came on.
The sub. Klopp got the sub.
The subs were great, dude. Jota coming on as well. Obviously, Darwin Núñez scored in 2 goals when he
Klopp
came
got
on.
it spot on because we needed to hang in. He left it a little bit late.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
At the same time, he left it that late because we needed to hold on, and then he decided, okay, I think it was 7 minutes. Okay, we're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
And now what a masterclass in. Credit to look, you can't because Newcastle played well, bro.
No, they did, but they should have killed the game.
But they don't have that yet.
No, they don't.
They don't have that ability yet, or I say that mentality yet. It's not quite there.
I just think Liverpool is so good, bro. I know we're blaming Newcastle for would have put it away, but I think Newcastle. I mean, the subs by Liverpool changed the game completely. As soon as the subs were made, it was all Liverpool for a solid 20 minutes.
Yeah. We were still giving chances away, but the way we managed the field and
you managed it
and managed the game well. It was
because that was one thing. Newcastle were only working through the wings. Gordon and Almiron. That was everything. They avoided the midfield.
Off.
He shouldn't have come off, dude. He really shouldn't have come off. Speaking of shouldn't have come off.
Denali was the more.
You think he was more vital?
That was the more vital.
I'm just saying
I'm
just saying Gordon cooked fucking Trent in this game. Trent got that early yellow card. Trent got that early yellow card, and I think ever since then you could tell he was too scared to because obviously with that kind of pace, Gordon's he's a fast fucking player. If he's running at you, you can't do anything. So I think Gordon did win that battle, and I think if he had stayed on, he would have kept winning it. I don't
maybe Trent could only do so much when he was already on a yellow.
That's the thing. What do you think about Trent getting the captain's armband when Virgil comes off?
I was surprised. I think Alisson should have maybe.
I think Alisson too.
Look,
we're not in the locker rooms.
Yeah, they're trusting him with a lot of responsibility. Clearly, by keeping him on the field, by keep starting him, by through all these mistakes. There's a reason. I think it's I had another thought after we really need to trust this manager. Klopp looks like that was the first we saw of the brand new midfield.
Yes, all of them.
This is now the new spine of the new team
and a proper backs against the wall game,
and
bro.
They looked
They look like Liverpool players.
They looked good. That was they didn't look pop, man.
Yeah.
Like they were up for that was a physical game also with Linton and Oaks like that. And they, I think there was a moment with Bosley on the floor. and keeping the ball still. Okay, that man's also going to be a.
Now he's gonna be beastly, bro. He's really pushing for signing of the season with these.
Extremely happy with the result. Obviously, can't wait for the next game. Buzzing for the whole week.
Let me ask, just to close out on the Liverpool stuff. The next game, obviously, you're gonna be without Virgil for the next 2 games. I think, which was a straight rain. Yeah. So the next game is Aston Villa at Anfield, and then you've got Wolves away. How do you think you're gonna feel without Virgil?
Obviously, we will do the predictions. Yeah. But this is Gomez starts now. He's the only other option, isn't he?
Yeah, because look, Matip, we're not sure what is his fitness at this point. He also came off.
Yeah.
And Trent keeps the armband.
So
there was that Kwanzaa,
and he also
a guy named Kwanzaa came on.
Like a youth man, and he also did very well.
Oh, wow. I liked him. I did like him.
Again, not too many. Did his job. There was no standout.
Well, when you're down to 10 men, you can't really flex.
And also, you're a youth. You know what I mean? You're not
to come in that situation, under that pressure, he did.
They didn't bring you on to change the game.
And like we said, all the subs made a difference. It wasn't just Nunez coming on. Going into the next game, I haven't even thought about it yet. Still.
So it's Villa at Anfield.
Yeah. So look, it's obviously Gomez and Matip. Or if Kanate is fit, otherwise, it's Gomez and Matip. And
are you confident with that?
Based on this last performance, I'm not too.
You're not scared.
Yeah, bro. Like honestly, like I'm not.
Like maybe after you sleep on it a bit more, we do predictions.
Look. Villa's good.
Yeah.
But I'm not scared of Villa. It's if Liverpool make mistakes, and I feel like we're getting to that point now where we can start ironing out those mistakes. Now we're playing.
Okay, fair enough.
I think we are our own worst enemy, or we have been
in the last 2 games. 100%, yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what Liverpool look like without Virgil for 2 games.
Because look, I think a lot of us weren't admitting it that when watching Fabinho, Henderson, and whoever was Curtis Jones, whoever was with him, that midfield was just not up to scratch and was exposed.
Yeah,
the team looks a whole lot better now, a lot solid. The Virgil and them aren't being he got caught out there, but that was Trent not covering because he's on a yellow card and not following his man.
Virgil should know better.
Yeah,
he should, bro.
You can't just like bumble through a guy. And be like,
so that was a bit of a moment of madness also, but we're not seeing moments of us being stretched out like that. The team looks a whole lot better, more solid. And so having said that, going into the Villa game, I feel a lot better.
Okay, that is good. Man United, Nottingham Forest. I'm gonna let you guys speak first. Is there anything you want to say?
Before you say anything, I watched this game side by side with the Arsenal game. So you can imagine my hope when I saw what happened in the United game.
They were actually
pretty much before what happens in the Arsenal game.
There were a lot of there was a red card in the Arsenal game. There was a red card in the United game.
And literally kind of one after the other.
Yeah, there was a lot of similarities.
The United game felt like a premonition, but we didn't get the win. But that was a good win, I will say. Watching the game, this is the first time I've been this impressed by Bruno this season, at least. Sponzy got to see a worst of compilation from
I fucking... Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't... I don't know, for some reason, my fucking stream was just very shite.
Okay.
So I couldn't get like a fucking... Like, a clear image of what's going on, man. I was just like... And all I could see is Bruno just like the one memory. I know he had a good game, but I just remember him getting pushed over in the corner and him like fucking like leaving one on and then as he did it, I just saw his face like fuck, they got me, because then he got a card for it, but because he's the captain and all that shit. But other than that,
I think even he knows that with the way refs are nowadays, he has to change.
And the media.
He has to change.
And then obviously the Casemiro's goal, that set piece was just magic.
Nice work.
Sublime. No, I was impressed. It's not what you want to see the week before, obviously Arsenal versus United, but from a neutral perspective, that was a solid game. I mean, any team that comes back from 2-0 down at 4 minutes in.
Yeah, it's also worth pointing out, all of our teams had to do somewhat of a comeback.
Yeah, that's true. It's just that one of us didn't get the win. But with United, I want to say, I don't know if Sancho's going to last.
He looks
What do you mean, like, in life? Is this something?
No, in the team.
I think like his biggest contribution is that celebration where he just hugs her.
Like genuine. I mean,
that's the only time I really see.
When he came on, I was excited because I thought to myself, you know what? Let's see some bite. The whole team showed some proper fight back.
Yeah.
I don't think Sancho really contributed as much as he could have.
If it's worth anything, I think Sancho was one of our most impressive players in preseason.
No,
does that count?
In preseason, he looked really. I thought this was going to be his season. He was going to take it by storm. But yeah, I just want to ask you before you get into the game overall, on Sancho in particular. Do you see him competing with? Do you see him pushing anybody out of the starting place right now?
Maybe not out of their starting place, but he's good depth. And if he stays fit and he doesn't go to a loony bin like he did last season, then I think he'll find us. He's still young as well. We paid a lot of money for him, and we pay him a lot of money weekly.
Yeah,
I think he gets paid like $350,000 a week.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And he doesn't even start.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
So I do think keep paying him money. And at some point he will be good enough to play in the team.
It has to happen.
I think, especially now with no striker, I actually prefer playing Sancho as a number 9 over like Rashford.
Number 9.
Yeah, I would rather put Sancho because in our preseason he played number 9.
Yeah, and he looked solid.
And he looked good. So I would rather right now with the team we have and the players that aren't there, I would keep Rashford on the left because we saw in this game how good he is on the left.
Yeah.
Keep Rashford on the left and then let's put Sancho in the middle. I know. A lot of people want to argue put Sancho on the left. Rashford is fucking terrible down the middle. He's the worst. I don't know what it is, but he's not good. He's only good cutting in from the wing. Basically, he's not good when he can take on someone.
Runs. He can't run. Yeah.
Literally, I think that's all he's good at. And again, fair enough. He's a fast, big player. It would make sense that he is good at making those kind of plays. But he doesn't have the type of knowledge or skill that I would say Anthony Martial has, who is our usually number 9. I think he's a lot better at holding up the play and like being more creative, and also he's a lot less selfish in general. So yeah, I do think Sancho does have a place, whether it's on the left or not, I don't know, but I do think he still has a place in the team.
If you get let's say a 60 million bid from Saudi for Sancho, what do you think the club should take it?
Can I convince him to take Maguire too?
You gotta convince Maguire to leave, brother. That's the problem there.
Yeah, you do actually.
But overall, look, obviously this game was a challenge.
Yes.
The 4-0, the two goals that came in within the first 4 minutes. Who's the blame on? What happened?
So it's a United corner. The ball then goes back. Basaka misses a 50-50, which fair enough. The ball goes back, and then I think Anthony and Rashford are the two last guys. I don't understand why they were the two last guys. It doesn't make sense that you'd have two attackers as your two guys further back. So they were the two, and I think it was Awoniyi. Yeah, he got the ball, and he was
3-3.
And he was basically able to like bully his way past Anthony and Rashford.
Dude, he's physical, bro.
Yeah.
I think he's this season's Ivan Toney, dog. He's the new Ivan Toney.
Did Onana go down too early for you?
Yes, I was about to get into that.
He definitely did.
As much, I would put honestly most of the blame on this goal on Onana.
Yeah.
I think as a
That's one-on-one though.
No,
yes,
but he went down, bro.
And also Onana's like specialty is one-on-ones, isn't it? Isn't he known for like getting
Look,
out there
yeah.
and getting in a player's face and like getting
he make himself big. He's huge.
That and this
Do you
is
think he slipped or something?
I don't think he slipped. I just think he second-guessed himself.
Yeah.
To be honest. I think he should have been out that box a long time ago. As soon as he saw it as a one-on-one, while that guy is distracted with trying to get past Anthony and Rashford, you should be making your way up. So that by the time he then
Give
looks
him
up,
less space, bro.
Onana's already in his face. Rather than kind of going backwards and forward, like, because he fell on his ass, which means he was leaning backwards.
Yeah.
So
If you concede that way after the rush out, then fair play to the striker.
Yes.
That's just a solid finish,
but
bro.
you literally, he came at you and then what? You went
In
backwards.
no man's land.
Yeah, like.
And he like not even just went, but he pivoted. Like he was like,
So
I don't know,
as
bro.
much as you could put that on the team, it's a set piece counter attack that happens. I think there were mistakes made. Obviously, Rashford and Anthony should not be the last guys. And even if they are, Rashford is fast. I don't know how Rashford didn't catch this guy.
Yeah.
This guy was running with the ball. Rashford just had to pace behind him and like slide him or some shit. I don't know why he didn't do that. And also, but I would put most of that blame on Onana. You gotta be coming. That you're known for that. You gotta come out of your box, get the ball.
And then Willy Bowley with the second one.
The second goal was off of their corner, a header. United's always been terrible at
defending set pieces.
No, scoring set pieces too. We don't have physical players. We don't have tall players.
Yeah, Varane gets the one off every now and
Varane ended up...
Casemiro?
Yes, but he's also, compared to a lot of players, he's not that.
Yeah, you wouldn't consider him a
the
threat.
set piece that you scored was like became an open set piece. Like
basically,
it was
yeah.
like three or four passes
in
before.
between.
Yeah.
No, exactly. United
wasn't direct.
United's always been terrible at free kicks, and I saw at set pieces, and I saw a lot of people say that they think maybe Mount could change that because Mount has started taking corners and stuff now. it's never been the guy taking the corner.
It's been the one on the end.
It's been the guys in the box.
And that's what Hoyland's hopefully gonna help.
Hopefully, yeah.
That's what Vegos was supposed to help with.
But yeah, so they score off a corner. Obviously, someone should be. You can't have an open guy in the corner like that. Someone should be marking him.
We saw that quite a bit this weekend.
We did. I don't necessarily know who to blame. I
think that one more credit to Forrest.
Yeah, a corner goal.
More credit because you could see that was just a well drilled corner.
Yeah, you can't blame a team for scoring.
They were more organized. That's what made the difference there.
But yeah, and then also this might sound like a bit weird, but also like I think as a small team like Nottingham Forest, I think scoring 2 goals that early, you fucked. What do you do after that? Do you keep attacking? Do you lock up shop?
Yeah, because you don't want to throw it away.
No, but you're 4 minutes in, and the way you go,
there's still another that's another 86 minutes.
That's the
regular time to play.
I think because and also that does nothing but wake up United at this point.
Okay, you are still playing United, but I think at that point, if you're 2-0 up, you're still a professional football team.
Yes.
You check the situation and you're like, okay, check here
and reevaluate.
Yeah, like you game management, like even if this team is miles ahead of you in terms of quality and history and prestige and all this shit, okay, maybe not prestige. Nottingham Forest do have a decent history. They got a European
back in the day, they were a good team.
Like nah, man. Like if you 2-0 up, I think at that point you go into what any team would do, game management.
Yes.
Like you
it's just there's so much like this win would mean so much to the fans.
Yeah, exactly.
I know
like it would mean so much.
I know what you're trying to say. Like, do they now park the bus?
Yes.
No.
And also, this is the first 4 minutes. You park the bus.
No.
You park the bus for 90 minutes.
You can't park it for that long.
Because that's not part of their game plan.
Like,
yes. You play your game plan.
You still have to see through your game plan. And it did get feisty. Look, 4 yellows apiece. And obviously, Nottingham Forest did get a red card. You think that was the turning point? United did they looked like they were going to make something happen even before the red.
I think as soon as the second goal went in, United basically came back. They came alive.
I know you low-key... Like you didn't shit on him, but you mentioned Anthony in terms of his defending in the game. I actually think Anthony had a good game.
I think
it's the best I've seen in an Anthony shirt.
I'm the biggest
forever.
Anthony fan. I'm literally there's 5 of us. I'm the biggest one.
Do you have the Anthony? Do you know the Anthony song?
Yes, but I'm not gonna sing it on live camera so everyone can know it. But I love Anthony. I've always spoken good about Anthony.
He also needed a game like that. It obviously wasn't Darwin Núñez levels, but what it was he showed that he deserves his spot in the team.
No, he did. He worked well with Basaka on the right. He even went on his right foot a couple of times.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, I got a couple of mentions.
No, exactly.
Like
he
took it to the byline.
He did actively go on his right foot a lot of times, and I think that can kind of like it's a mental game. If you have a defender who's thinking, oh, he's definitely going on his left, and then he goes right. That's kind of better than being someone who's known for going both ways.
Imagine Robin could use his right. Or imagine people knew that he could if he wanted to. He would have been a nightmare.
Because now everyone is going to by default mark the left. Why wouldn't you? So him going right and still having the left, I think, honestly, being known as a one-trick pony might help Anthony in that
All part of the master plan.
All part of the 10-yard plan. But I do think Anthony was very good. I think as a whole, our team is a lot better when Martial's in. When Rashford can go on the left, Martial can play up front, and Anthony can stay on the right, and players are actually in their positions.
Yeah,
the team is a lot better. And I also don't want to say this, but even without Mount, the team's a lot better.
No,
I know.
I feel like we will see that at Arsenal when Havertz misses a game as well.
Fair enough. But the reason I say that is because
it throws a balance off.
Yes, because let's think about it. The only reason last season United did so well was Casemiro, Bruno, Eriksen. That was the mid. That was the mid.
When Eriksen was fit, the three of them
that was the mid that got us to third place last season.
3 goals also.
Dude, no, Eriksen is not bad in his old age. I know there's a lot of people doubting him, but I think he still has a lot to give to the team.
Yeah.
As a whole, though, the team looks so much more comfortable. I know conceding 2 goals that early is tough, but they look so much more comfortable in the attack. Obviously, Bruno had the game of the season so far. That's what's going to keep his spot, because I cannot see changing him for Mount.
Even if he didn't have that game, he wouldn't lose his spot.
Yeah, but
he's undroppable.
He has to play every. He's pretty much like Casemiro. He has to play.
He's undroppable. If he's fit, he's on the pitch.
Speaking of Casemiro, he did miss an open header.
Yeah.
You can't.
But he
I honestly,
back into the
I
position.
can forgive it when they make up for it with the goal.
Yes.
But and also I can forgive it more considering the player that he is. He's not a goal scorer, but I am with you in that he's a bit of a worry.
It's a big worry. You can't.
is a
It's
bit
like
of a worry.
you literally point. You
clutch
point
situation.
blank.
Yeah.
You point blank in the goals.
Needs
bro.
to be a
All you have
But
do-
still, man, I feel bad, bro. Like he's the Hollywood feel. Like he's not that guy.
Hey, look at Rodri at Man City, bro. He's scoring how many goals?
Rodri's that kind of. That dude. He's something else, bro. He's definitely the best in the world right now in his position.
But so Eriksen scores a nice goal, centered to him by Rashford off the left. Nice pass in. Rashford had also a good game up until Martial came off and then Sancho came on.
2 assists. Huh?
Yeah, you got 2 assists. No, Rashford was doing really well.
Rashford
was doing really well on the left.
Good old Rashford.
I like him on the left. I just think Højlund. I don't ever want to see Rashford play striker. When Højlund comes in, the only two that need to rotate are him and Martial. Hopefully Martial can stay fit enough. He played 60 minutes and then came off. I don't think he came off because he played bad. I don't think he came off because he was injured. I think he came off to keep him safe.
Something.
I
think it is Arsenal next. So.
No, exactly. And then so Casemiro makes up for the header miss by scoring a goal later on, set up by Bruno. And then Rashford also wins a penalty. And then Bruno gets a penalty, we score the penalty, and United are able to win 3-2, which
never saw coming.
Hopefully this is a wake up call for the team. That's all I'm hoping. Like, hopefully they realize now that because United tends to play down to the opponent.
What do you see in the performance that can convince you of that they will?
Basically,
besides the actual W.
Yes, besides the actual W, basically, not much about the defense. I don't think our defense was that good. But I do think our attack was good. I think Martial just being there and letting everyone else play in their normal positions. And I also think Eriksen being in for Mount. I think that the team up front, they know what they're doing now. I think obviously now with Onana and Varane also ended up coming off in the game, which hopefully he's not injured. I think with what's happening at the back, also we lost Luke Shaw now. He's injured. I think a lot of the issue is now the defense and the goalkeeper. So, which is sad because that was kind of our best spot last season, the defense and the goalkeeper. But yeah, I do hope this is a wake-up call. We can't keep playing down to our opponents. We at some point need to start making them play to us.
No.
And against Arsenal, it's going to be tough. If you ask me today who I think is going to win, and then you ask me tomorrow, I'll probably have different answers for you. So
we'll get into the
So I'm not going to get into that yet. I'm going to need some time to think on that. But United, good win. Honestly, best we played.
It was a good win.
Best we played so far.
It was a good win. And look, speaking of wake-up calls, staying on the theme, this Arsenal game may have been one for Areta. Obviously, he's experimenting quite a bit. Thomas Partey used as an inverted right back, and Kai Havertz is just probably the first name on the team sheet at this stage. And it looks like he's doing a lot to accommodate Kai Havertz, which I'm not against because he is going to need... Not so much, it's not even about the price tag. For me, it's more a matter of I still think that there's a solid player there, and it's not going to happen unless he gets regular minutes. And he's not playing in the Chelsea system anymore. It's going to take more than one game for him to get used to Arsenal. It's going to take more than a few weeks of training sessions. He's going to need competitive minutes, you know what I mean? And he's already showing a lot in terms of duels won. I think people are just getting on his back because he isn't adding on assists or goals.
He hasn't scored a goal,
which
exactly.
I understand. Look, last season we had the luxury of Granit Xhaka there, who all of a sudden turned into a goal-scoring machine.
Dude, Xhaka was so good last season.
Literally.
I still can't believe Arsenal got rid of him.
If this was... That's a mad car driving by. If this was the Xhaka of old that we were comparing him to, no one would be batting an eye. It would have basically been more of the same from that position on the pitch. But I think because everyone is comparing him to this new Xhaka that we saw for one season, it's kind of like going against him from the start.
It's tough not to compare him.
Yeah, it's going against him from the start. And that's why I can understand the expectations being there. My worry is that there were some fans who kind of turned on him in that game before he came off. Fans were jeering him a little bit. I'm not with that shit. Not 3 games into a season, bruv. Not 3 games into a season. On top of that, he's a professional. No one is going out there to play a crap game. You know what I mean? I think him more than anyone wants to prove us wrong. And I want to be proved wrong. I still believe in the guy. But at the same time, if Areta comes with the lineup against United and Havertz isn't starting, I understand why. I'm not going to be all like, oh, how isn't he on there? Like, I wouldn't start him at United, in all honesty. I think especially considering how he's been exposed in the physicality side of things in these first 3 games. Going against United, you don't want to start Havertz in that midfield. Not if he's been exposed against clubs like, with all due respect, Fulham.
I think it's also like a similar problem at United. The balance is a bit off.
The balance is definitely off, bro.
Odegaard and him, they're 2 attacking and then Rice. There's not enough.
It's not only that, the balance is off with Partey at right back.
Yeah.
That's where the balance is. Saka and Ben White had brilliant chemistry last season. Saka doesn't have that anymore. I mean, look, that's where the mistake came from. We conceded within the first minute. The first club in Premier League history to concede in the first minute 3 times in a calendar year, bro. And we Arsenal. It's happened 3 times in the last 9 home games. Scored in the first minute. Now,
I'm going to blame Ramsdale.
Honestly, again, much like you say at United, it's kind of a collective at the back. It's a collective at the back with these problems now. The thing is, with this game in particular, like the Thomas Partey and Bukayo Saka chemistry is not there on the right-hand side of the pitch. And in all honesty, it shouldn't be there. They don't need chemistry in that type of way. The way that they worked last season, Thomas Partey from the midfield would send balls Bukayo Saka's way as he's bombing down the wing. That was fine. That was all the chemistry they needed, in my opinion.
So, to solve this, you say Kai Havertz comes out the side and then you go back to your old system.
To solve this, I honestly think even if you want to keep Kai Havertz in the team and you maybe just keep Partey on the bench or put Rice on the bench, or if you insist on starting Havertz, start Havertz. But keep the back line the way it was.
I want to see Partey and Rice together.
I'd love to.
I would also love to see
I honestly think we'll see that at United. I do think we'll see it at United.
He can do the attacking stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I think, and that's the thing. I support Arteta's experimenting here. Because in my mind...
Innovation is cool, but...
And no. In my mind, I think that is his core 11. I think that's how the midfield looks. I think you look at the teams we've played against and he felt, if ever you were going to work on new tactics,
it's them.
These are the teams to do it against at the beginning of the season. Because last season we got figured out. You could read us. You knew what we were going to do. We were just very good at it. Now this season, as much as you want to pull a face at Thomas Partey being played at right back, the numbers do not lie. Our stats have been phenomenal in all 3 games so far. The scorelines have looked a little bit more close than it should be. But when you look at it, bruh, the possession, the passes completed, the shots at goal.
The thing is that the scoreline is the only thing that matters.
Exactly. But and that's why I think I'm not stressing, because if we can experiment and not be punished for it in terms of losing games, we still haven't lost a game. Yes, we didn't win against Fulham, but we didn't lose. And if we can experiment, and I'm not even going to say get away with it, because the fact of the matter is we do look good on the pitch. If we didn't go a goal down that early in that game because of that stupid mistake, that game is very different, bro. But that game is very... We look good.
Though. The stupid mistake happened. That can't happen.
I'm with you. And in terms of Arteta's experimental tactics, that's not on the tactic. That's on unfamiliarity from that side right now. But that will change. And on top of that, if he insists on using this tactic, you could just slot Ben White in there. Still go with this Havertz in the midfield and Kivio at left back for whatever reason if you want. No, nothing in that game showed... the Arsenal, they're not good enough. That goal that they got first, that goal that they got first was literally because of a stupid mistake from our players, and the second goal that they scored was because our players did not mark them properly in the box. And I think again, down to Arteta's experimenting, if Gabriel Magalhaes starts that game, if he's on the pitch for that corner, I don't think that's a goal. He's very, very good in the box, whether it's defending or attacking set pieces. But these things are going to happen when you experiment. At the end of the day, I would rather come out of this knowing that no matter who the opposition is, we've got an idea that will work. And one that we've seen work, and one that we know is tried and tested. I don't want to see him start whipping out Hail Marys 16 games in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously you wouldn't want to see that.
I don't want to see that
I
happen.
think there's better ways to implement new techniques without drawing with Fulham.
Like you say, I don't think that's on the tactic. That's on the players not finishing. The players that were on the pitch, and Arteta's substitutions made a difference. He took Trossard off and he brought on Nketiah. Not only that, he started Trossard, which is something that people have wanted to see. Trossard played that full first half. He did not look like he was going to do anything. As soon as Nketiah came on,
he scored. Yeah.
Immediately, Nketiah is one of the first names in the team sheet, in my opinion, right now.
When there's no Jesus, he has to.
Yeah. I think I can't believe
that he would rather put Havertz or Trossard up front over Nketiah.
Jesus was on the bench for this game, which was good to see, and he did come on eventually.
The price tag is fucking the Havertz
situation. He has to play.
It's not only that, bro. I'm telling you, it's a matter of that player is not going to become that player unless you actually give him the minutes, and not in a Carabao Cup. You have to show the player faith also. That adds to the development. If he at least sees, coach is playing me week in, week out, because again, numbers don't lie. His numbers are good. He's lacking in 2 departments that everybody wants him to excel in. But as long as those departments are being fulfilled by other areas of the pitch, you're not going to have too many complaints.
Yeah,
if we won that game, you don't hear people complaining as much about Havertz, because it's not that he did anything wrong in that game.
I don't even think it's the attackers' fault in Arsenal. Arsenal are scoring goals. They're just conceding goals too.
That's why I say I think the issue right now is at the back. And yes, Ramsdale. You know what's funny is when the game happened, when that happened, I told Ethan I think Ramsdale dropped for the next game. But then I realized the next game is United, and the last thing you need is more unfamiliarity.
You can't start Ray.
So
I'm still
I still don't like that idea, bro.
With 2 goalkeepers?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it in practice.
Obviously, but if one goalkeeper is in such bad form,
you know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm saying the idea of having both goalkeepers in form and you rotate them.
Yes.
Maybe this is Arteta's way of utilizing yellow cards for time wasting, bro. Like if you can tactically use Ramsdale to get a suspension and know full well for that game, if you time it right, David Raya is into cover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And but like you said, I still think that Raya should have started this Fulham game.
I think so. I think it would have been good to see him.
If there was ever a game, because he can't do United.
I think it would have been good to see him. And it's funny because I don't think he concedes that.
He doesn't at all. I don't think he concedes
even if that mistake is made, I don't think he concedes that. Okay, the corner, I think maybe. Because the corner wasn't even on Ramsdale. That was just on poor defending. And maybe you can say Ramsdale didn't command. I think he did more than enough to command his area. Our players switched off on that dude who scored, bro. Like, it was a bad look on the defenders. But I think going into United will probably see something more familiar. I think, especially considering how the changes changed the game for us against Fulham. Again, I know we didn't get to win.
I think you see Arsenal from like last season.
Yeah, bro. You see Ben White at right back, and with Gabriel coming back.
I think you see Partey and Rice.
Yeah,
Declan
Rice.
And with Odegaard. And I think we are going to be a rock. Because I think this is part of the experiment. Arteta's main thing this season has been mystery. He wants to be unpredictable. We have not seen that brick wall of Arsenal yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
But you can bet that you've been seeing it in training. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we see it for the first time against Man United, I'm sure I would be very surprised if Havertz starts. And if Havertz does start, he starts ahead of Nketiah. He's not starting in that midfield.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If he does insist on the Havertz thing for some mad scientist,
I still think Havertz should be a winger.
He does play on the wing a lot. But the thing is, again, you're not going to play him ahead of Saka or Martinelli.
Yes, but I think he should be able to come on as a sub for them.
Yeah, I think he could be a good impact player. I think he could be a good impact player. But yeah, we'll see about the lineups and stuff going
comparatively though, that price tag isn't insane, Spawn.
It's not in today's market.
60 mil is like
in today's
not
market.
That crazy anymore. Like 100 mil, yes, he has to play every game. But 60 mil.
Martinelli and Saka are worth
more than that.
Way
more than they both cost us a grand total of £6 million.
Yeah, well, that's also fucking 4 score and 18 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, look, on this game, I will say it was at least good that we did come back, I suppose. Very sloppy to concede. It's absolutely 2 points drop.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, it's 2 points drop. But I can't be completely mad at this experiment when I kind of see that those sloppy errors like the Saka and Partey chemistry thing, those are going to improve. That's why. It's same thing with Havertz. He will improve. We are only 3 games into the season. 3 games into the season.
Yes.
And I think
just that you have to compare yourself to Man City though, because that's on the level that Arsenal should be on. United as well. We should be comparing ourselves to Man City.
That's where we strive to be.
Yes. But I think once you finish second, you should though.
No, there's no shoot.
I think that's part of the experiment is getting to that level. That's part of it. Man City experimented last season. When they brought Haaland in, they changed how they play. They just obviously have better players in positions for those experiments to work out better. But for the most part, last season, we led the way. You know what I mean? And this season now, I think you're going to see a more familiar Man City. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this season...
It's a less familiar Man City. No, KDB's injured, Gundogan's gone.
No, I mean more in terms of style of play. Like last season, it was a matter of, oh shit, okay, let Man City with a striker now. Now we know what Man City with a striker look like.
They had Aguero.
They had Aguero when they had him. Whenever you
it's not a Haaland.
They're different strikers.
They can do the same things,
yes.
but it's
like
profile.
For sure. But I'm saying not having Gundogan or KDB is a bigger change than getting Haaland in.
Yeah, look, fair.
I
Look, to each
know,
their own.
because I
To
think
each
you
their
have
own.
places that slotty not as good, obviously.
Yes, not
There's
for
like
sure.
for likes.
For
But
sure,
they
not
like
as
for
good.
like swaps, I feel.
Kovacic for KDB.
Okay, I mean, he can do
When
a
you
job.
say it out loud.
Yeah, you say it out loud.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
on paper,
No, I feel you.
No,
I
last
feel you.
season they had the like for likes. I mean, you had your Foden.
I think
you had
Man
your
City will be
Foden,
new look.
Grealish, you had,
Yes.
you had
Mahrez was still there,
Mahrez was
yeah.
still there.
There'll be new look in terms of personnel, but not new look in terms of style of play.
I think
more.
not having KDB or Gundogan changes your style of play completely.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
look,
fair
we'll
enough.
see. I mean, they did just scrape by
They
against
did,
Sheffield,
yeah, against
and
Sheffield,
we'll get on
yeah.
that. But back to Arsenal, I will say that it was sloppy that we conceded that winner, that equalizer.
Yeah.
Very, very sloppy that we conceded it. But
And so late.
on the positives, Zinchenko got more minutes and he looked solid when he came on. Jesus came on again. That was a huge boost. Once we went back to a familiar Arsenal, we looked like the Arsenal of old. All that was lacking was the finish. And I'm not nervous, bro. I think a draw, I can live with it. It's annoying how it happened. But I'm definitely not done with Arteta's experimenting and stuff. I would like to see some fresh idea that no one expects. You know what I mean? That turns out to be a bit of a wild card that we can throw out there in times of need. Because last season when we were out of ideas, we were out of ideas. So I'm all for it. Let the experimenting continue. Not against Man United. But I do like how Arteta's managing everything. And his subs in this game, that's the first time I can remember seeing him make a sub at halftime. And it worked out, bro, proper. Like, I think his man management was really good in this game. He brought off people when they needed to come off. He brought on the right people. Sucks that we didn't see Emil Smith-Rowe come on. Illegal. But shout out to Fabio Vieira. What a cameo.
Yeah, he came
What
on,
a cameo.
Didn't he also win a penalty?
Yeah, he literally, I mean, he made a lot happen, bro. And Havertz needs to worry about him. I wish it was Smith-Rowe, though. But yeah, shout out to Vieira. And yeah, man, at the end of the day, I will take the point. I will take the point. It should have been a win, but I'll take the point. Righto. Let's get on to the rest of the games real quick.
Who did win was Chelsea 3-0 against Luton.
Yeah, which we saw coming. Swansea called a 4-0, we called a 3-0.
We did see. Oh yeah, did we have who won the prediction?
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't tell you that, but I'll do it after this episode. But we can
You
gauge.
put it in the comments as well.
Yeah,
I remember Chelsea. You said 4-0 and we said 3-0. That much I know.
I'm very impressed with Spurs.
Yeah.
Yes, Spurs against
I predicted a draw.
Spurs against Bournemouth.
I
Yeah,
predicted a
they
draw.
did look good.
I did not predict Madison.
Madison is still killing it so fucking insane the play he's doing in Tottenham.
And Vicario.
They're scoring team goals.
And Vicario.
Vicario's
But
doing
again,
well.
Luke Postecoglou is just copying Pep, mate. That's all he's doing. Let's not forget. Brentford Crystal Palace was 1-1. That's a game where I think we predicted a winner. We all predicted a Brentford winner.
I think
sure.
we did all go Brentford.
I'm very sure.
But did you see the Crystal Palace goal was like I think it was scored by the defender Anderson.
see
I
it.
think Anderson is like one of the defenders.
Yeah.
He basically slide tackled the ball.
Joachim
into the goal.
Anderson. Really?
Yeah, like it was not a good goal at all, dude.
But you'll take it, bro.
Now,
If
obviously,
it's an equalizer.
as Palace, I'm sure they are over the moon.
And it
with
came
that.
in the 76th minute, so
Yeah.
like, you take it over, it
No,
counts,
dude,
bro.
they must be thrilled with that shit.
West Ham and Brighton, bro.
Now that is a score. I don't think anyone predicted that score.
I should have predicted the West Ham win. I should have just said the words.
They were
bro.
so good, bro.
I should have just said the words. This is James Ward-Prowse's West Ham.
Okay, let's get into it.
Fair enough.
Brighton did start their new goalkeeper. They literally got a brand new goalkeeper
Yeah.
and they started him in this.
Mm.
So does that come into play? New goalkeeper.
Kind of. I
new-
wasn't-
West Ham had
I-
a new,
I don't-
different goalkeeper
They did,
also.
but
I
this
don't
wasn't his
recall-
first game back.
I don't recall bashing the keeper for any of those goals.
I don't think so either.
I think he could have done better for maybe one or two of them, but at the end of the day, like, they were good goals, bro.
As in, there was a stat, West Ham haven't beaten Brighton in 12 games.
Yeah.
And then to go on and beat them 3-1.
Nah, it was a.
What's funny is all the Moyes slander that was about
I
before
know, it
this
was
game.
insane.
There's so much Moyes
And
slander.
I mean, look at him now. The James Ward-Prowse scoring a goal. That's
Dude.
his 50th Premier League goal. He just
Signing of the
signed for
season, pushing
for West
forward,
Ham.
bro,
And
pushing
also,
forward.
speaking of signing of the season, they just got Kudus now confirmed. West Ham is
I'm worried.
in a good spot. They
I
are
can't
in
lie.
a good spot.
I can't lie.
I know we were all talking about Newcastle and Aston Villa
as
coming
dark
up.
horses.
West Ham might be the team.
Because the
after
thing is,
this
they
shit.
did this well before Kudus joined.
I know, dude. Another head.
That's like
What does this even mean?
It's instant. I think they're gonna push for Europa
They got a
League.
decent amount of depth.
do.
Was it Ben Rama also? That's
Yes,
also
yes,
Ben Rama was solid,
yeah,
bro.
They
Ben
got
Rama solid.
balls.
I thought that Villa were favourites for the Europa League this season. West Ham are gonna push them.
West Ham are coming, dude.
I think it'll be an all English final there.
Yeah.
Plus,
But yeah, it
shout
was
out to
a-
their keeper also.
Yeah, Areta.
It was a solid game.
Dude, and I also think too. I know a lot of people are going to talk shit about Fabianski, but to take over from Fabianski is kind of a big deal.
Big shoes at West Ham.
There's a big shoes at West Ham.
Yeah. Yeah, look, Brighton, on the Brighton thing, last episode I said that I was going to listen to my intuition and captain Matoma in my FPL. Thank goodness I forgot because I didn't captain him. And yes, those Brighton players cost me this week. I think they cost a lot of people, especially Estupiñán. But that was a crazy game, bro. An away win like that for West Ham.
Speaking of crazy, Wolves beat Everton. This is a sad result for Everton, bro.
Yeah,
like,
the fans were like in the.
This is a sad result for you, bro. The Sean Dyche,
dude,
the Sean Dyche Ultra.
This is not. This
Did
is
you see
not
the goal?
fair.
This was like
It was a header.
that
Ball
man-
comes in.
Sean Dyche is going, bro. He's
But,
getting the sack.
What was nice though is apparently that guy who did score, Kaladzik,
Some Norwegian man.
he was injured for like apparently a whole year.
Yeah.
So he hadn't played in a whole year. Plays in
And
this
he
game.
gets a
scores
goal, a
header.
winner.
So
87th minute, bro.
he is tall as shit though, and he did score a header.
Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah.
you need to jump.
What a comeback.
But I mean, fuck. Does Everton get relegated?
Yeah, bro. At this rate, I know we're only 3 games in. I've been saying it all the time, but you are seeing nothing from this
Nottingham
team.
Forest are looking good. Sheffield United's looking
If I was
decent.
Brentford, I'm looking at Calvert-Lewin, bro.
Oh yeah, I can't believe it.
I can't lie.
Dude,
Who better to fill the shoes of Ivan Toney temporarily or permanently?
I don't know what Everton.
No,
needs to
you're
do
not
something.
seeing
I feel
anything.
so bad for
You're
them.
seeing nothing from them to warrant that they're gonna stay, that they're gonna survive, bro. But yeah, good win for Wolves, and I
Good win
think
for
they've been
Wolves.
playing throughout the season. They played well enough to kind of need a win now,
Yeah,
earn
to
a win.
deserve a win, yeah.
Man City kept it very late against Sheffield United, bro.
This was an interesting game.
To be fair,
because-
Sheffield came back very
They
late.
celebrated that win quite.
Yes.
Of course, bro.
No, I mean
Notice how the celebration police were not out in full swing like they usually are.
no. Look, well, let's get it. Man City finished with 80% possession.
Yeah.
They had 400.
They should have won.
Had 400 and something
30
passes.
shots at goal to
Look,
Sheffield.
if
Sheffield
you-
had like
You
100
should
passes.
win and they win. At the end
Yes.
of the day,
Dude,
Yeah.
Sheffield had 2 shots on target, 6 at goal in total.
I don't think as much as like
we're gonna try and read into it. I don't
as-
think they much.
as much
Yeah.
and as people, and I'm sure people are like City should have won 6-0. As they honestly should have won 6-0.
I'm sure we predicted something wild.
they were
It'd
lucky.
be like a 4-0.
Sheffield was lucky that they didn't win 6-0 because the amount of shots that they had
They
on
should have
target
won.
that just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Like City honestly should have destroyed them. But I will say Sheffield's goalkeeper Fotheringham, he's pretty good,
Solid.
pretty fucking good goalkeeper.
Solid.
Yeah,
7 saves.
yeah. I know they obviously nobody's gonna. It's Sheffield. I'm sorry.
Not gonna deep dive in
But yeah, good goalkeeper, and also Pep became the fastest man to reach 200 Premier League wins,
Did you
and that is
see?
out of 269 games.
Compete to Fergie and Mourinho,
Yes,
bro.
It's way out. Yeah, it's
I didn't
insane.
even know Mourinho was like 3 games behind Fergie on that tally,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
put some respect.
nah,
on
I've been,
that
I
man's
definitely
name.
am with you on that, but that's still impressive considering that Fergie set the benchmark and Mourinho was like 2 away.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, bro, nah, that is crazy. Pep, he's gonna surpass Fergie's record, bro.
Yeah, if he
If he stays
decides
at
to
this,
stay.
if he
yeah.
not even if he stays, if he goes to another club, because Fergie's record of just major trophies,
Oh yeah, you don't mean the Premier League
overall
stuff.
trophy haul.
Yeah.
Pep's gonna, if
Yeah.
he stays in England, he'll definitely surpass so Alex's Premier League stuff. But in general, he is going to surpass Fergie, bro.
Yeah, I think you can't question it at this point in his career.
He's gonna
He's
do
been
it.
successful at every team. You can't talk shit about him. He's kind of one of the most influential managers of this decade.
Especially now, because now we're seeing that it's not just about spending money.
Yes,
It's how you spend it, bro.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's how you spend it.
Speaking of how you spend it, Aston Villa beat Burnley 3-1.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
The new signing Diaby gets another goal. I
Oh
think
my
he-
days, what a player, bro. I told
he
y'all
got,
when
he
they
got an
signed him.
assist too for one of Cash's goals.
Matty Cash, eh?
Yeah, I would have thought he'd get 2 goals. in
What
this
the
one.
hell,
Yeah,
bro?
No way.
I saw a stat that he hadn't scored for Villa in like over a year or something, and now all of a sudden he gets a brace,
Yeah,
bro.
no, good result for them though. Burnley as well.
They're struggling a little bit.
They are struggling a little bit. But again, they've
They
gone up
play
against.
tough teams, bro.
They've only
Yo,
played
they
2
play
games,
tough
and
teams.
it was Man City and Aston
And
Villa.
Villa.
Those are 2 tough games. So
Like,
you
all
can't.
games are tough, dog.
Sure,
Nah,
I
dog,
do agree
but,
with you,
but
Swansea.
for newly promoted teams, they play tough teams.
Yeah.
They have definitely played tough teams. And then just getting onto the FPL stuff, there were some big changes this week, dog.
Yeah, like I said, I think a lot of people are going to move up thanks to some of those Man City players. But I think some people who bet on United, especially some players who put Bruno as captain.
Yeah, you benefited.
Holy shit.
You benefited.
And then obviously we have to mention Sterling.
Yeah.
insane.
Who
He scored 2 goals and got an assist in the Chelsea game.
And he looks like he's going to keep at it.
Yes.
I can't lie.
And I'll say the same thing for Chelsea's right back, Gusto.
Yeah.
The partnership that Sterling and Gusto have going is probably going to keep getting better and better as
Chelsea
the season
versus
goes.
Forest at Stamford Bridge next. So if ever you wanted to add Sterling or Gusto to your team.
Sterling is probably a shout for team for your fantasy league.
Bruh. But yeah, it actually, I shot up to third this week.
Hey, you're in third
Did
place.
not expect to shoot up to third. Can't lie, but I'll take it. Diaby saved me, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Diaby and Darwin.
Yeah, he saved. So yeah, I got rid of Darwin Núñez last week.
Yes, you did.
And I replaced him with Alvarez, who got me 2 points.
I was
this
going
week.
to get rid of Darwin last week, bro. And
Dude, there's no way you can bank on Darwin Núñez. As much as I love him, he doesn't even start for Liverpool. You think he'll start the next game?
he has to.
Yes.
After you scored a brace from the bench, at the very least you start.
What do you think, Swan? Do you think he starts or not?
At the very
We
least.
look very good with Gakpo in the middle there.
Yes.
With
Bro.
that false line role. So if he comes in, I don't think he comes in the middle. It's going to have to go on the left.
Either way, he
But then you
starts.
can't take
But then
out-
you can't
and
take
Luis
Luis
Diaz.
Diaz. You
I
can't
don't
take him
think-
out.
I don't know, bro. I
if
think
he
it'll be
starts.
very harsh if he doesn't.
Maybe
We'll
it's just Ole Gunnar Solskjaer super sub.
We'll see. I don't know.
It's a very expensive super sub.
No, it is.
Very expensive super sub. But yeah, man, it was a lot of movement.
And I am
here.
still top of the log.
You are still top
I
of the
didn't
log.
do too great this week.
You got very nervous by Gerard's misfits. I
I
hope
did.
that's how you pronounce it, Gerard. But yeah, that dude, 57 points this week for him.
That's tough. He wildcarded his team though, and a lot of it worked out. He had
Dude,
Sterling in there.
Speaking of wildcards, Nathaniel wildcarded, bro.
Did he? How's Nate's team?
Oh no, he didn't. He didn't wildcard. Whoops, sorry, Nathaniel. There's someone else that wildcarded and it didn't work out that well.
But yeah, I didn't have a good week, and I'll tell you why. Oh Nana,
Oh, Nana?
he's my goalkeeper. He got smashed.
Keaton wildcarded and he
Well,
got
Van
22
Dijk was
points.
my captain.
Well, okay. Well, on the opposite end of the table, let's
Yeah.
get to Swansea.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened to you,
I
Swans?
put Antonio in and then fucking either I didn't click save.
Uh-huh.
You know that confirm button?
Yeah, right underneath it.
Yeah.
Or like the Wi-Fi is a bit sketchy in this
Oh,
bitch.
yeah. Okay.
So
You're gonna blame the Wi-Fi
it
thing.
only
Excuse FC, is that the name of your
it
team?
lumped on that whole cookies thing.
Yes.
And then only when I got to the then
Yeah.
now it's for game 4, not
Yeah,
game
yeah,
3.
yeah.
But basically Monday was sat on the bench.
Captain Virgil.
So what's Sponsor?
And Nketiah was sat on
You
the
had
bench.
what? Sponsor 20 points sitting on your bench.
Nah, he's got 12 points on the bench.
Yeah.
Antonio and Nketiah points.
Yeah.
But he's got a cool -4 for Captain Virgil.
Yeah.
A solid -4, bruh.
So I at least hope now that he's got a red card, you're taking Virgil out that team this week.
You know what? Even if he doesn't, he's not gonna get the points.
yeah.
You can't, bro. Even if the Wi-Fi does act up again, you at least know that there's a sub made for you, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, I just shout out to my man Antonio. I keep.
Put him, maybe as long as he's on your bench, he does well in real life.
Yeah, like
The minute he adds him to his team,
Yeah,
in
he's
spirit, he's in my team. Like
Yes.
we all, I've said it on you. You
That's
can go,
it.
you can watch the episode. He's
Spawns
in my
wishes
team.
that he could just have unlimited bench boosts. That's it. But yeah, no, dude, it's getting interesting. It's definitely getting interesting. I did not expect the way the week started. I was like, oh no,
Yeah, it was a tough start.
this is gonna be a
Yeah.
bad week for me after Brighton, after West Ham Brighton,
yeah,
bro.
shit was tough.
yeah.
Oh
Even
my
Brighton
lord.
players, dude.
Yeah, I did too.
No, I was stunned. But yeah, Ethan's still top of the table,
I'm
bro.
gonna have to make
Albeit
some
by
changes.
10 points. By
I'm gonna
10
have to
points.
make some changes.
And,
I'm looking at players like Eze. He might have to go. I love him as a player, but Palace just aren't attacking enough for him to get
Who are they
goals.
playing next, though?
I don't know, but either way, I think Eze, you might have to go, my friend.
Damn, bro. That's a bit harsh, though.
I know I love Eze.
It's a bit harsh.
But until they get Olise back in that squad and there's nothing there, bro.
Alright, fair enough. Look, on the predictions episode, we can get into a little bit more FPL stuff, but that'll do it for the day, boys. Let us know what you guys thought about this match week 3 of the Premier League. It was ridiculous. And yeah, in the predictions coming up, we are going to be predicting red cards and yellow cards. It's at that point, boys and girls.
There's more cards than goals at this point.
Holy dude, it's insane.
Fuck, I'm lost
Um,
again.
What?
I'm lost again.
You just found out in real time.
Just hit confirm, Spons. Just
Yeah,
confirm.
I would have been fucked. I would have killed you.
I know you would have killed him.
Listen, thanks for watching the show. This is, of course, the podcast that never sleeps. And we'll be back with predictions and whatnot in the next episode. So, yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.